So, what's happening to Binance BUSD? What does this all have to do with Paxos? Is this the end of the crypto market? Good morning, everyone. Let's get going. Let's discuss the recent events. Quite surprising. I obviously could not know that on Sunday or Monday when I did the weekly preview, because this news came out yesterday during the day on Monday. And it was about the regulator ordering Paxos to stop issuing the white label product called Binance USD or BUSD. And obviously there were a lot of questions. Binance stopped showing their reserves on CoinMarketCap. A lot of rumors were flying around. Is this like an attack on Binance? Is Binance insolvent? Let me just pull out here. Okay. That was tight. So all these questions obviously spurring around, and with that a lot of uncertainty. We saw the crypto markets kind of diverting from their regular correlation with tech. Actually tech up over the last 24 hours, crypto down. Rumors or kind of fears around the golden cross that we see on the daily, which is the 50-day average crossing up on the 200, which generally could be a positive sign. But on the weekly, we're seeing actually a death cross. We're seeing the 50 going under the 200 now. And so that is obviously something that's not so good, because that's generally a very bearish sign on a long-term kind of horizon. First time ever this has happened. So what is all this about? I made a Twitter thread. I think it's 16 different threads, and I want to kind of summarize this here. Let's get the basics out of the way. First of all, Paxos, which is a regulated entity in the US, is issuing the Paxos stablecoin. It's called USDP. It's just like USDC. It's audited. This thing, is not as big. It's not a big stablecoin. And they're offering a white label product. So that means they keep doing everything, and in return, they can use someone else's name, or someone else basically uses their name, and can market that same product. But everything is done by Paxos. And so Binance is using Paxos white labeled stablecoin called BUSD. To be honest, it should actually just be called, USDPB. So it's USDP for Binance, actually. But obviously with the white labeling for the marketing, Binance is basically offering their own stablecoin. And this stablecoin seems to have been unbacked at times in the past. This is from on-chain data, also Circle, Whistleblowed. There was the articles around this. I linked this up in the Twitter thread. So I'll just link up the Twitter thread below. Otherwise we need so many links and all that, and everything is kind of really nicely summarized there. And that obviously caused the attention of the regulator, because Paxos is regulated. And so that's also what you always advertise with, that these stablecoins are audited to be backed. Now the regulator stepped in and ordered Paxos to stop minting, and Paxos should be the only one who actually are in charge of the USD and are in charge of minting and destroying BUSD. And there were already fake rumors that the issue stems from bridging, that because BUSD was bridged from ETH over to Binance Smart Chain and so on. But these rumors are all not true. This should not be the issue, because the actual BUSD are only in the hands of Paxos, and they are in charge of minting and destroying. So any kind of bridging is then always the responsibility of the corresponding party. So with Binance Smart Chain, I would assume it's Binance, but that actually should not have much of an issue. So there are a lot of these fake rumors, right? Also, why was the issuing of BUSD stopped and not of Paxos, of USDP, so the non-white labeled coin? And here, again, I'm just speculating, but I would assume that these accounts and all this are kept very separate. And it seemed that with the white labeling, there is some difficulty in the ops processes. Now, obviously, that brings us already to the problem, or the question of what actually went wrong. Let me just overtake that bus here. Whoop. Obviously, it's just speculation. Two options. Either the unlikely option, but that would be the absolute dramatic option. Binance did some embezzlement. Somehow, somewhere, Binance managed to do some iffy stuff, and with that, BUSD was unbacked. Unlikely, really. Unlikely, because actually, Binance has no rights to the minting. They're not even involved in the USD. Shouldn't be. So I know this falls back on Binance now with their co-branding, basically, but at the end, it actually falls all down to Paxos. And so I assume Paxos doesn't do anything fraudulent. I just think that they, I don't know, maybe had some negligence, maybe their ops processes weren't strong enough, what do I know? And if they were unbacked, that's the only question. Were they backed or were they unbacked? If they were backed, it should be all fine. If they're unbacked, then the question is, what's the fine for that? And in theory, after that, all parties should be able to continue. Now, Binance CC came out and already said that they're discontinuing BUSD. So they're going to phase that out. Interesting. I really think that's interesting. So that brings an additional kind of point to that. And I don't know where this is coming from. Maybe it's coming from that Binance is realizing all these regulated things that they're trying to do is really just putting them into the crosshairs of regulators, and it basically changes the efforts that they have to do from actually growing, being innovative, and purely fighting their traditional system. And they have been winning since 2017 because they were always kind of bypassing regulation with some very innovative products. And now it seems they're trying to become a bank, and I don't think that's a fight that they're gonna win. So, yeah, do I think that this is an attack by the large players? Probably, but there's nothing to attack if you did everything right. So, the real fundamental question comes down to only one issue, and that is, was BUSD backed or not? Obviously, if this is an issue from Paxos, shouldn't be so much of an issue. I doubt that as of today, BUSD is unbacked, so I think this should be fine. Maybe in the past. Why this is called a security, I'm only speculating, probably because the regulator says, yeah, well, you're selling something that's only worth 99 cents or 98 cents, and you're making it look like it's worth $1. So that's where the investment contract may come in. Who knows? I don't know. Obviously, if there's a fundamental issue to either BUSD now, then there should also be a fundamental issue to USDP, and then there should be a fundamental issue to Binance and their reserves and their ability to pay out their users. Then, my friends, we're up for a real roller coaster. I don't think that's the case. I really don't. But who knows? So I actually think all this is cooked way harder than eaten afterwards. Nevertheless, if you are unsure, if you are nervous, then withdraw your funds from Binance or sell your USDP, BUSDC, BUSD. There should not be any kind of contagion to other stablecoins. USDC would only be attacked if Silvergate Bank has an issue. Tether, probably a big winner out of this. I also think the hybrid algo crypto-backed stablecoins like DUSD on DeFi chain, once they get their teething done, they're going to be the big winners out of this. I truly believe, because they're going to have very efficient use of capital, and they're still decentralized. And that's different to the pure crypto-backed. Pure crypto-backed is very inefficient because you need to use so much capital to generate them. So that's why they never really take off. That's their main issue. And if you even look at DAI, they're basically backed by USDC, right? So they're really centralized. They're not decentralized. And the pure algo coins don't seem to work. So I believe hybrids are what the future will look like. So yeah, let's see. Interesting times, very interesting times. Stay safe, my friends. Good decisions. Yeah, try to navigate all these kind of roadblocks. And let me know what you think. What do you think? Do you think Binance is at fault here? Do you think there's a nothing burger? Let me know in the comments. Again, Twitter thread is down there as well. I'll be sending out an email to all the email subscribers. So go to ceonews.cakedefi.com if you want to take a look. And then tonight, I'll be doing the long YouTube live on my company's YouTube account. So if you want to listen in there, check it out. With that, all the best, stay safe, stay healthy. See you next time. Yours truly, Julian. Bye-bye.